Hey guys, what is up? It's your girl, Grace Torie, and I am back with a whole new podcast episode with my puppy. He decided to join today. I wanted to check in. It's 2025. It's been a couple months, so I wanted to see if the men still have audacity. Spoiler alert, they do. You guys really enjoyed this podcast story topic when I did it last time, so I thought, why not do it again? So that's what we're doing. We're just reading r/Am I the Devil, where men truly had audacity. I would rate their audacity, but honestly, it's off the charts. So if you have any anger, I'm putting it into these stories so that we can just get it all out, put it into these men, feel the rage, and yeah, if you have any crazy stories about men having audacity, I'm here for it. DM me, comment, all the things. You know the drill. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. I'm Grace Torie, and you're listening to That Girl, the podcast. Grab a beverage of choice and settle in, because the new episode is starting now. Starting out strong. My 26 male, ex-girlfriend / best friend, 25 female, blocked me. How do I repair our friendship? Hey, so this is not my proudest moment. I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, Bree. We were together for 5 years, but I really hate to say this, but I outgrew her. When we first started dating, I was in college, and to be transparent, was not as attractive as I am now. I had to settle for conventionally average woman, if you can call it settling, because I was conventionally average myself. Still, she became my best friend, and I was thinking about proposing until just a few months ago. Okay, I don't like where this is going, because when someone says they outgrew someone, that's not always necessarily bad. Like, I have outgrown someone before, and I think that when you're growing up, especially in college, that is possible. However, I'm not talking about attractiveness. I'm talking about, like, my goals are one thing and your goals are the other, or I have emotional maturity and you are just not in the same place and you're not going to be there anytime soon. I'm ready for marriage, you just want to mess around. Like, those are ways where when you outgrow someone, I think that it's not necessarily a bad thing to break up with them over it, because it's going to help you. And I feel like you're most of the time going to have to do it eventually. So rip off the Band-Aid and do it now versus later. But when it's like how attractive you are, no, not the same. Her friend Taylor and I became friends, and Taylor and I would talk. I actually wanted Taylor in college, but she wasn't interested. Taylor's just one of those women that everyone notices. Taylor and I were talking about how I got way more attractive than I was back in college. She told me, am I sure about Bree, because I can have any woman. I'm really having a hard time reading this. Boy, you clearly skipped your English class in college. But she's friends with your girlfriend and is asking you if you're sure about her. That's not bad vibes, bad vibe alert. I told her I wouldn't know because I'm loyal and didn't try, but I love Bree. Still, she essentially said I'm dating below my market. I told her it feels messed up to just dump her after I got more attractive, but she said any man or woman would do the same. She also said how she would hook up with me if I wasn't her best friend's boyfriend, and that encouraged me. No. Most men or women would not do the same. Maybe men. But, like, if I got more attractive. No, I can't even think about it like that. Because do I think attraction plays a role in a relationship? Absolutely. I think that you should be attracted to your partner physically, emotionally, mentally, all the things. However, I think that my boyfriend is the most attractive man in the world. I have thought that since I met him. And I don't think that anything could change that. Whether he had a quote-unquote glow-up or I had a quote-unquote glow-up, he would still be the most attractive person to me. I don't think that you should date someone because you feel like you couldn't get someone better. Like, the person that you're meant to be with is out there, and you're gonna meet them and be like, yeah, that's my person. Like, you're not gonna feel like you're settling, point blank period. So you should have never dated this person in the first place. And having to, like, say, like, oh man, I got more attractive, so I don't feel like I should date this person anymore. Like, no. That's not, no man or woman would say the same. Stop trying to rationalize it. That's a dick thing to think. So I broke up with her, but we remained friends. I started living the life and sleeping around, but not too much. Taylor and I became friends with benefits. Bree stayed my best friend, but she wasn't interested. Optimistic we would get back together, but I told her I just need to focus on me right now. Our friendship was great until she found out I was hooking up with Taylor. I don't know why Taylor told her that, but Taylor and I are both blocked. I blocked Taylor because she didn't care that Bree blocked her and was trying to keep hooking up. These past 2 weeks have been the hardest in my life. I'm taking the week off, but Bree is my best friend, and not talking to her for the past few weeks put me in a super low place. I miss Bree so much. Good for Bree. this is gonna hurt. I guarantee it hurts, but now she can move on and find someone who actually loves her. Taylor clearly never really liked Bree, or didn't at this point, and was trying to get back at Bree, because if she actually liked you, she would have dated you. But just being friends with benefits, she could be friends with benefits with pretty much anybody. Like, I feel like it was a ploy to piss off Bree. Like, it was something to do to piss off Bree, and you fell into her trap because you're easier than you thought you were. Sorry. So yeah, you're a shitty person. Like, you effed around and found out. So yeah, good for Bree. Hope she never, ever, ever unblocks you. I, 27 male, made a mistake by choosing the hot one, female 25. So I recently was chatting with two girls, one super hot, but not really my vibe personality-wise, and the other not as flashy, but way more on my wavelength. With her, the combo just flowed. We clicked, had similar interests, and the chemistry was there. The other one, yeah, she was a total knockout, and we were definitely into each other physically, but the talks were shallow and we didn't connect much beyond the surface. Even knowing that, I let the hormones do the talking and gave more attention to the hot but boring one. Ooh. I let the other girl down politely, but honestly I felt bad. I actually liked hanging out with her. Why is it so hard to find someone who's hot and actually cool to be around? And then there's a little star asterisk. Not gonna lie, maybe I'm the shallow guy, but let's be honest, physical attraction does matter when choosing someone. Why does it have to be looks or personality? Can't it be both? Dude, what? It's very often both. Like, you didn't have to be with either of these women. It's not one or the other. You just find someone who's both. That's the point of dating. Like, you find someone that fits your vibe and checks off all of the things. And someone commented and said, I mean, honestly, if you're that shallow, why do you think you deserve someone who's the full package? There is someone who is the full package for you, and I think that that's the thing, is it's not objective, it's subjective, because not everybody is attracted to the same thing, the same type of personality. Like, I'm quirky, and I know I'm quirky. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm Josh's cup of tea, and that's what matters to me, because he is my sunshine angel baby muffin. Man, I love him. And so that's what I care about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not everybody's full package. And the fact that this guy's like, oh man, it's just one or the other. No, it's not. You just only care about one thing, and you're kind of really annoying and whiny. So, get out of here. Girlfriend, 27 female, hasn't talked to me, 25 male, in 2 days after driving incident. We're both grad students at a large school with roads running through. Ugh. College traffic. I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all. Cars and bikes share, and cars aren't meant to overtake cyclists on campus. I was running late a few days ago and tried to overtake a cyclist. I know I shouldn't have, but I thought there was plenty of room and it would just be one time. Cyclist turned out to be my girlfriend. She was really pissed, yelling about how I drive like a dipshit, and terrified her, and I'm going to kill someone doing that. Hasn't talked to me since. How do I fix this? Outside of promising to be a more considerate driver, which I've done via text, but she ignored. You don't. Like, clearly that's a hard line for her, and it was clearly a lot more traumatic for her than it was for you. I get it. And the thing, like, of saying, I only wanted to do it this one time. Yeah, sure. If you did it once and justified it by being late, you'll do it again. You made a decision that could have got someone killed. You could have actually killed her. You deserve to be dumped, was someone's comment. And then also the fact that he could have gotten himself killed, too. I don't know a single person who hasn't gotten hit on our college campus, or the college, like, back home, that one. And I'm not saying, like, bad, like, it was, like, a tap, but people are idiots. People are dumb drivers, especially at that age. Well, he's 25, he should know better. Either way, you drive like an idiot, and if she wants to break up with you, she can break up with you for any reason, so get over it. Maybe you shouldn't have been an idiot. Am I the a-hole for choosing my family over my daughter? I, 40 male, am married to my beautiful wife, 39 female, and have been for 20 years. We have 3 beautiful children, 19 male, 17 female, and 15 male, and are by all means very happy together. However, during a rough patch in our marriage, I had an affair with a coworker. She became pregnant and had a daughter, 10 female. I know this was wrong and I don't want judgment for it. It's in the past. I don't want judgment for it, but that's what this whole post is about. Dude, please, cry me a river. I don't see my youngest daughter very often, once every 6 months, when I can get away for a day. Last time I saw her was last week. She asked me why I didn't see her more and if it was because I didn't love her. I told her that definitely wasn't true and that I love her very much. I just have to travel for work. I want to save her feelings. She told me that if I don't visit her at least once a month, then she never wants to see me again at all. I can't do that. I have a lot of weekend commitments with my other children. I want to maintain a relationship with my youngest daughter, but I can't see her that regularly. If push comes to shove, I'm going to choose my wife and my family. My daughter has her mother to depend on, so she'll be okay, even though it will break my heart. Her mother hasn't told her about my family and doesn't want to. It's better if my daughter doesn't know. Would I be the a-hole if I chose my family over my illegitimate daughter? Yes. I have so many thoughts about this. That's why I didn't say anything until now. First off, you never said if your family knew. Like, your original family. Your kids and your wife. Which makes me think they don't, and you don't want to tell them. And if you put your daughter in your life more, or saw her more, you would have to tell them. So you already are choosing them over your daughter. Because you know that actions have consequences, and if you tell them, you'll probably lose them. Also, I am someone who had a father who was not very active in my life. I saw him like 8 days a month, and less than that when I got older. And she's at the age where she's really starting to understand that, like, things make more, I don't know, I just hit that age too where I was like, what the heck, like, he's never really around, you know. He to this day maintains that, like, he's a supportive father and, you know, whatever, but for me, it was harder that he was there than if he would have just ripped off the Band-Aid and left, because, like, I could never fully say, like, or admit that, like, I didn't have a present father figure, because it didn't feel right, because he was there, but he wasn't there. So I, like, felt guilty if I said, like, well, he's not an active part of my life. And, like, it's something that's been really hard that I've had to go to therapy for. It's a whole thing. So, like, I feel so bad for her. You either need to treat her like you treat all of your other kids, and they should be on the same level. You shouldn't have your other kids higher on the pedestal just because they're your wife's children and not another woman's children. Or you need to cut her out. Either way, you're going to be the asshole. Either way, you're already the asshole. It's not, would I be the asshole if I cut her out? No, you're past that point. You are an asshole. You're fully an asshole. Now, the question is, do you want your daughter to pay the price of that, or do you want your other family to pay the price? Because they're going to pay the price either way. I think that you need to tell your family because they deserve to know. And yeah, you may lose them, but they need to know, and your daughter needs to know as well. Maybe not now because she's 10, but your youngest child on that side of the family is 15. So I think that it's okay to tell them at this age. They're old enough to know, or maybe just tell your wife at this point. But yeah, here's the edit. This hasn't been very helpful, particularly as many people have told me to myself in direct messages. I know I've done the wrong thing by my children and my wife. I was wrong to treat my daughter as if she isn't family. Many people have said that I should be honest, but if I do that, I will lose my marriage. There it is. And I love my wife too much to hurt her more than I already have. I'm going to accept potentially losing my relationship with my daughter. Maybe things will be different when she's older and I can see her independently, but for now I have to hope that she was just upset and did not mean it when she said she didn't want to see me anymore. Okay, so we're going to minimize her feelings and not take them seriously, right? Okay. I don't think the people on this board understand the consequences that the truth can have. For now, the lie is better. No, we accept them. You just don't want to. Okay? She's going to have to deal with this trauma for the rest of her life, right? Okay? Your kids are going to have to eventually deal with this trauma for the rest of their life because the truth will come out. Whether it's the 23andMe test down the road, whether it's your daughter shows up on your doorstep when she turns 16 and can drive and ouch you, because she will. You're gonna have to deal with these consequences. Karma is, she'll get you. She'll get you. Okay. Men suck. Specifically those. That type of man. Am I the a-hole for telling my daughter it's not my fault she can never go to her dream school? The family dynamic is messy and complicated, so if there's any confusion, let me know. I'm the oldest out of my 4 siblings. Me, 43 male, Julia, 40 female, Kenzie, 27 female, and Katie, 23 female. Julia doesn't play a part of this. She disowned the family, and yeah. Our dad ran out on us, and Mom was busted for possession, among other crimes, when Katie and Kenzie were still very young, so they ended up in the custody of my grandma. If you ask them, they survived World War II when it wasn't that bad. Again, minimizing emotions. Classic male activities. Our grandma was overly protective and tired of having to take care of kids again, but nothing extreme. Her health rapidly declined in their early teen years. Now, this is interesting because they're 4 years apart. So if one is 14 and the other is 10. Is that early teen years? 115 and 111, is that early teen years? What do we mean here? Because Kenzie, the one who this, I believe, is about, is the older one of the two. So she probably had a lot of responsibility on her shoulders, despite there being two of them. Because I'm 4 years older than my brother. And when shit hit the fan, my brother was 13 and I was 17, around. 12 and 16, 13, 17. So we were, I guess, around the same age. So I'm gonna probably be a little offended by what you say, buddy. I was out of state, so I wasn't a physical caregiver. I was power of attorney, so I was a financial caregiver, while I took care of the physical needs. As children. Right, okay. Katie was going to drop out of high school. She barely graduated. This is important for the future. Once she graduated, her and Kenzie came to me. They said they wanted to put Grandma in a home so Kenzie could take a manager position, and Katie wanted to go out of town, go to our state capital, take classes at a community college, and transfer to their selective university. Okay, so the younger one is the one who this is about. She said a teacher who knew her situation believed she had potential to get there and become something great. They said it wasn't possible when caring for Grandma. I told them no. Oh. No, I don't like that. So you get to leave the state and have no responsibility other than financial, but you can leave your sisters who are literal children to take care of them and feel no remorse, and then when they want to do the same thing, it's a no. Okay, just making sure I'm tracking. They've resented me since. Katie went to a community college in our town and flunked out right away. After Grandma died, she went back and has been doing all right. She fell into a depression after her boyfriend cheated on her. She was talking about it to Kenzie and myself and said the thing that hurt was the person he cheated with was beautiful, talented, and then she said his affair partner actually goes to her dream school. She said this girl was everything she should have in life. Well-rounded high school experience. Parents to support her, great education, and now this girl had truly taken everything from her. Then she mentioned she should have been at that school, but she was taking care of someone who called her every name in the book for 2 more years longer than she should have. So if she's 23 now, that means 2 more years longer. Does that mean 21 or 20? Either way, 23 is not too late to go now, but also, ooh. Let's just keep reading. This isn't the first time she's been tipsy and made passive-aggressive comments. So I told her, Katie, I'm not the reason you couldn't get into your dream school. You failed out right away from community college and would have done the same thing there. You weren't ready and can't accept that. Kenzie told me I was a jerk who didn't understand burnout. Am I the a-hole? Was she taking care of your grandma while she was in community college? Because I feel like she was, if I'm doing the math correctly. And that seems like it very much is impacting her, not just her, like, ability to do things, but her mental health, her physical, like, all the things, obviously. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, I think that you're a jerk. You shouldn't have put all of this on the shoulders of children, because now she probably needs extensive therapy, like, just to even become a functioning human being, because she's literally a baby. She's a child, little baby girl. Yes, she's 23, but she had to grow up so fast. She probably was, it's been a decade of this, at least. Oh, update. Guys, it seems I need to redirect you all. The question I'm not asking is, am I the a-hole for having them care for Grandma? It's not taking blame for Katie chasing a crazy dream and going to her dream school. I get I'm a jerk and selfish. Thanks. Now the real question, please. That is the real question, because that affects it. You went off to do your own thing, and you're upset when they asked to do the same thing. No. Get out of here. Like, get out of here. You're a jerk. You're a horrible man. You ran away from the problem and made it children's problem, and then when they asked to get away from it and do the exact same thing that you did and think for themselves and do something for themselves with a grandma who has potentially done some very hurtful things and not taking care of them in the correct way, which, I get it, your grandma's frustrated, but if you are not willing to take these kids under your wing and you're actually just going to, like, make it their fault and blame them for you having to take care of them, then maybe they're better off in, like, a different home, whether it's foster or like, another family member. Maybe they would have been better off just living with you, but you didn't want to take that responsibility. You just kept, like, shoving them off. So yeah, you're a horrible person. Well, that is all the men I can stomach today. I am going to go drink my little Starbucks Frappuccino pumpkin spice that I found at the gas station today. I'm really excited about that. It's got little pumpkins on it, guys. I can't wait for fall. But I want to hear your opinions. What crazy men stories do you have? What do you think about these? Am I being too judgmental? Are these men actually not the a-hole? Are they not as bad as I think they are? maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know. It's been known to happen on occasion. So, yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, listening, being around. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, leave a rating and review. It takes about 0.2 seconds, is 100% free, and boosts my channel more than you know. And that's pretty much it. I will catch you guys in the next podcast episode. I upload every single Sunday. But I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye!